Hello and welcome to Parental Guidance. With me, I have Ethan,
Yo, yo.
Manny,
Hello.
and I'm Lloyd. And this would be episode 6, I believe. So if you've missed out on any, we are on Spotify. Make sure you go check out the rest first.
And YouTube.
Oh, and YouTube, yeah, as well. Search for PD Parental Guidance. So Papa Delta Parental Guidance, just to clarify. So, how's everyone's week been?
Wait, I thought it was PG.
Oh, yep, that's more. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, it's PG parental space guidance.
Yeah, that would be better.
That's what should come up on Spotify if you search.
Shameless plug.
Of course,
Or
of course.
on YouTube. Might be harder to find on YouTube, but
Not Apple though, it's
still
too
can.
expensive.
I mean, I would try to put it on Apple, but I don't. I'll have to check up on that again. All right, so yeah, how's everyone's week been?
Well, my past week has been fairly eventful, especially the past few days. But that's mainly not due to any good news.
Do you want
With,
to get into that at the start?
Yeah, I could do. We'll start things off. It's not too bad. I mean, everything's okay now so far. Mother-in-law had a mini stroke.
Jeez.
And happened on the Monday morning when she woke up. She found she couldn't move her left side.
Oh, so it's in sort of in sleep then, or
Yeah. Well, as I said, it was a mini stroke. I can't remember what they call them. It's got like a weird abbreviation.
yeah.
But it's sort of your body warning you, like, if you don't correct what you're doing and how you're living and eating and drinking and stuff, you're gonna go into full stroke.
Yeah.
And then obviously that's when it becomes more and more life changing. But at the moment, she's still got tingling down one side of her body and her face and stuff. So yeah, it's just sort of seeing how she gets on with that.
I'm gonna have to cut. Okay, back to it.
Yeah, so as at the moment she's at home recovering as best as she can, and we're hoping that she's going to be able to see a doctor very soon, which is weird. It's just a weird thing with our hospital system is she's obviously gone into A&E at another hospital and been seen and had a lots of tests have been done, and she can't just be directly referred over to the hospital that's here, back home, because my brother-in-law lives quite some way away. It's about an hour and a half drive-ish. But yeah, she can't be referred over. She has to then sort of do a thing called an e-consult, which is basically submit a ticket with her GP. So then hopefully they'll get back to her. And it's like, well, you've just had a mini stroke. It's one of those things of, well, you would hope that they would get back to you fairly quickly, and she hasn't had a phone call all day yet.
Oh, well, they're not contacting the client quick enough.
Yeah, in a sense.
Mate, NHS, bruv.
But it's just...
It's one of them things. It's like they are kind of understaffed, but at the same time, they're not.
They're done. No, NHS is dead, bro. It's finished. Yeah, it's legitimately finished. It's all run by an American firm now, so.
Well,
I don't know 100% about that.
NHS is gone, and that's the only thing England had going for it. And trying to change. Yeah, so I think it's weird that they don't like transfer. They seem to have a massive issue transferring like records and stuff, even though it seems like
one system.
Yeah, it's supposed to be one system, but they just can't seem to.
I think it's sort of as and when that sort of information gets input. Obviously, they take in all the files and it doesn't get instantly put on the database straight away a lot of the time. I think a lot of things are written down still, unless you're sitting in a GP where I have seen them obviously straight away enter things straight in for a prescription and print it off and stuff like that. But
Bro, I think you got to realize that the NHS is run by some backwater people, and it is put into a system. But whether that system ever gets updated and sent to their like central,
Yeah.
like how you, yeah.
Again, you have to remember, it's not like we're in a third world country. It's not. It's not
Sure.
it's not as bad as you're making it out to be. I'm pretty sure, but there are things that are a problem. But yeah, as I said, she's fine now anyway. That's the main thing. We're mainly worried about her health, not how the NHS is being run. And she's fine. She's at home. She ate today as well, which was good. I made soup, so everybody ate good, which was nice. But yeah, I mean, other than that was one of the main bad things. But we had a surprise yesterday with Bob and his behaviour at school.
Oh no!
What happened?
He's been getting very trying at home. To be honest, with Bob starting school now, he's been going to school for a couple of months now, and we've noticed a slight change in his behaviour with how he is at home, and he's getting a bit more mischievous. He's testing us a bit more with what he can try and get away with, and he's arguing a lot more. And also with Bobette, because she's on her own, she's getting more one-to-one, but also we're finding that she is also trying us a bit more with seeing how far she can take things and arguing a lot more now. So we've now basically got two mini teenagers in the house, which isn't the best, obviously. But in terms of his behaviour, he kicked his teacher in the shin yesterday.
Oh,
Jeez.
Yeah. But
He did it wasn't.
I think he well, from what we can gather, he realised what he'd done straight away and he apologised. But it's because he was trying to get the teacher's attention, and
it wasn't
obviously
an aggressive kick.
No, it was with us. Obviously, he gets our attention pretty quick with me and his mum, so we're not ignoring him for long periods of time. Where obviously the teacher was having a conversation with possibly another teacher or even another child. I wasn't sure about the situation of how it happened ish sort of thing. Only that he was trying to get her attention.
Just to be fair, could have also been shirking her responsibilities and looking on her phone. We've got to stay impartial out here.
No, they don't have phones there. Not in classroom at least anyway. But yeah, she was talking to another teacher, I think, and he'd asked her or tapped her a few times. I don't think she acknowledged that he was trying to get her attention. So yeah, he just kicked her in the shin. Not very hard, apparently. But it was a shock, obviously, to her. And then he realised with how shocked she was with what his action. He then apologized like immediately. But then this is also another thing. With that same day, he was playing with another child at the nursery, and they were playing dentists, and they were pretending to take each other's teeth out. Bob then didn't want his teeth taking out, to which the child then continued. Bob then pushed said child quite hard as well, and like basically pushed him over. So he obviously doesn't recognize how strong he is as well, which is another thing. So yeah, so he's had a bit of a behavioural change past few weeks.
To use his words, bro.
He is very articulate with how he is feeling and stuff like that, but it's just these random moments that he gets. Not violent, I would say, but it is though. That's the thing. You would hope he doesn't turn to violence in that sort of sense, but when he's got no other way of sort of getting his point across because no one's listening, I don't know how much he told this child not to try and pull his teeth out, even though they are pretending.
Well, if man don't listen, you got to pull out the tools, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, to be honest, joking about it does sound a bit like it's a bit like how do you discipline him in a
yeah.
way that he's going to understand, but obviously not discipline him because he's learning, isn't he? So
Yeah, I've said to him as well. Like I know he apologised, but when I picked him up and we got in the car, I sat with him and I said, "Look, what you've done today was not very good at all." And I told him how I wasn't very happy with him. So then he apologised to me, but I don't think he knew what he was apologising for. He just knew I wasn't happy, and he was apologising to try and make me happy again. Which is good that he can recognise that in a sense, but it's more he needs to realise the situation of why that's happened and why I was angry with him.
Have you ever tried what you tell me what you're apologizing for type thing? My voice sounds weird, so we'll see if this is okay.
I did try that, and he did say for kicking his teacher, but yeah, I whether or not he still understands how sort of bad that is obviously a different matter. But yeah, that was, I mean, for his
Have you got any
behaviour, there's not really been much of a change, other than that much of a change really.
Have you got any like punishment techniques that you use, like sitting in a naughty corner type thing or anything like that?
Yeah, we do sit him down. We sit him in another room, or sit him by the fish tank. That used to be the thing because it was where we could see him at the time, and he was only little, and he understood that if he sat by the fish tank, he was being like sort of, as I said, put in like a naughty corner type thing. Or now because we have like the TV on in the room, so he can't sort of hear it or enjoy what's going on in the room. We sit him in the other room sometimes.
Yeah.
With Bobette recently, she was really bad and had a mega tantrum, as I said, from last week. And I put her in her room for her to calm down. But yeah, it's as I said, that's really the best thing we can do, and try and sit them down and try and talk to them after they've calmed down, and try and get them to realise sort of the situation and why get them to explain to us why they are angry, for one, if they get upset about something, and we tell them why we were upset, and hopefully they eventually learn to understand.
Clock on.
Yeah.
These discipline things are very interesting to me because obviously growing up ourselves, like, I don't know about you lot, but I got hit.
When I
I got hit constantly.
I'd say when I was very young, I'd say up until the age of maybe 4, 5. That's when it was like smacked, and that was, the usual.
Oh yeah, I was smacked as well. My mum smacked me for when I was not very little, but I think I must have been like maybe 4 or 5.
After that, I had I don't know. My dad would set up a stool in an empty room, maybe sit on the naughty chair, and he said, like, if I ever come in and you're not on the chair, then you're staying for longer.
There you go.
And I don't know if he was ever sneaky or if I just was scared of him ever coming in and me not being on the chair.
Yeah.
Whatever way around it worked, but that's what it was for me.
Thinking of punishments now.
All I'm thinking of is if Charizard thought that she could beat me now, and I wouldn't, retaliate or run away, which I've done, she would definitely do it again.
It would probably be in your best interest just to run away.
Oh mate, I did that a few.
She has hit me with a pan before.
Yeah, I'll never forget that.
I've never been attacked.
Yeah,
it's because you're a good boy.
It's because you're a good boy. Yeah.
I've maybe like an arm slap. But
she'll come at you, man. She don't care.
Well, she hit me because I flinched.
Yeah, that one.
I can't remember what it was for. We were messing about in the kitchen while she was cooking. She went to hit me with the pan and I flinched. So then she hit me over the head with it. I was just like, ow.
You didn't flinch into it.
Yeah. No, I didn't flinch into it. But yeah,
I remember the best bit of that was we're like, oh no, you can't do that. Go tell Manny's mum, like, you can't do that. No. And then Manny's mum looks at Manny and goes, "You were saying something horrible, weren't you? Good."
exactly. Yeah,
And then you get another hit.
yeah. Just sort of congratulated your mum on hitting me. It was just like, great.
Yeah,
Got no
was-
protection. Got no leg to stand on.
mate. These are like our single parents. Like, what you lot doing? Like,
Well, I was
you
given.
coming up and beat.
My mum gave permission to one of my best mates' mums to hit me if I was being naughty, and he used to get hit with like a feather duster type thing, but had
That's
like
all
a
right.
wooden handle, and she hit me with it once, and I tried to block it with my arm, and it broke, and he was very
Right.
happy about that for about a week until she got a plastic one, and it never broke again.
Do you know what? Sometimes I wonder, our kids are gonna miss that fear in their eyes when there's a slipper or when
No.
there's a stick coming at you.
You're talking about the wrong bit that they're missing. What they're gonna miss is what we're having now of sitting down with friends and reminiscing about getting beaten by our Mediterranean and Caribbean parents.
Oh yeah.
I was going to say that from what I've heard, and I believe that this is the case, teachers and stuff, today have no power.
Oh yeah.
I've heard it's really bad.
Oh mate, come to my neck of the woods. You see what a teacher does to you if you do something wrong, bro. I still hear tales
Yeah.
Wait,
of what teachers do.
What, here? Over there?
in the Middle, no, in the Middle East.
Oh,
But I
okay,
guess
okay.
not Middle East. Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
Close
You're good.
enough.
It's close enough. You're good.
close enough.
I
Yeah,
thought you meant where you are now.
Nah. Where I am here,
No, I'm
all the
talking
kids
about
are.
I'm talking about in England.
Nah, teachers do not. But I think it comes down to the parents, though. Like, look at what Manny's kid did as soon as he knew that he did something wrong. He was like, "Oh crap, sorry."
Oh
And
yeah, he
then
apologizes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's
yeah,
that.
like,
But
do you know what I
I
mean?
mean, there's
That's
kids.
parenting, man.
Kids have the ability to not be wrong. Now, though, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
you do
Yeah,
something. I don't know if you necessarily do something wrong, or it's just kids being kids or whatever, and then you can't make my child stay for an hour after school.
Yeah, I
You
find that.
can't do this. You can't do that.
Yeah, a lot of the parents
Yeah.
as well are on the child's side, even if they are getting punished for something, if they've done something bad.
It punishes the parent more than the
Yeah,
child.
like we had an incident recently where what's a member of the family, she's young, she was being bullied at school, and like the parents of the child that was doing the bullying, just like didn't really even care about the situation, I'm pretty sure. And it's just sort of like, how can you not even just feel, it's not feeling bad, it's like, how can you not try and intervene with your child ruining another child's life, in a sense? Because obviously the kid was then like scared to come to school,
Of
and
course.
she was only just starting out in secondary school, so it's one of those things of like, as an early not only early memory as well, for one, but just starting out, it just makes a child hate school in the first place. You wouldn't want to be there because of the fear of like coming in contact with this person, and then when you finally do pluck up the courage to get a teacher involved, one, the teacher has no power, and the school then also
But there's a formal investigation involved, isn't it? And that just traumatizes the kid even more.
Well, the thing is, when they were investigating it, they were trying to say, was it this way? The racial dynamic in that school is very, 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 when I mean very ethnically diverse. There's hardly any white children in the school, which is really weird to say. And this family member is a white child, and the rest of her class, other than another little girl, are white. Then the rest are black, or they're
Other races are available.
other races are available. Put it that way.
Yeah.
And
it's mad though. Like, let me jump in quickly and I'll let you continue. It's the thing where they're being told that the white man is bad, this and that, and obviously that like rubs off as well.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna get bullied, aren't they? Even though they've done nothing wrong.
Well, we're not trying to say. Well, we weren't trying to say it was racially motivated, but at the same time, it was sort of that shouldn't be taken off the table in a sense because there were so many kids as well. It wasn't just one girl. It was a girl that was also causing another group of girls to get involved and bully this one child. So, and there were slurs that were said that included her race, which was then, when it's relayed, you will think, well, maybe it is racially motivated. And then when you bring that up with the teachers, they then started to go, oh, well, we can't go down that route. And it's just like, well, why not?
Can.
Why not? If the roles were reversed in that sense, why not? And I think they tried to do it, obviously. I think they tried to not go down that route because the child was white. But then I said, well, why don't I go down there? I'm basically her uncle and I'm brown. If I turn around and say that this seems like a racist attack, then and they can't go, well, we can't really say that. I said, well, I'm brown and I think it is. And if it's a white person saying it, they'll try and obviously downplay it. It's just, and it's not the right thing.
What's the word? Conflict of interest.
Yeah.
Is it that?
Yeah. Could be, yeah. Conflict of interest. There you go.
Something like that.
Anyway, that's all been dealt with eventually. Anyway, and it eventually just sort of it's all fine now. The kids ended up getting punished, and it's all good. She feels a bit safer at school now, which is good. But yeah, it's just one of those things of, again, it's to do with the teachers, power of the teachers that the teachers have, how interested the parents are. I mean, a lot at the moment, obviously, early days, a lot of the parents seem very interested in the kids' lives during nursery, but
it's once the kids start not wanting the parents to be interested in their lives.
Well, yeah, exactly. Once they start becoming teenagers and start to tell their kids to stay out of their room and not want to be involved with them anymore, that's when parents either wouldn't say stop caring, because they probably obviously are trying.
Still care, but they just stop caring about trying rather than stop caring.
It's kind of crazy when you think about it, because like the adolescent side of kids, when they're growing up, and from what I've seen from personal experience when I've been working around and stuff, most kids who are teenagers, they're figuring themselves out, and I feel like that's when the parents should be around the most, in a way that it's not intrusive. But when I see, for example, when I was growing up, or when, I don't know if you lot have the same thing, where they are intrusive, they're so intrusive with your life, and they want you to be a certain way, when in actuality you're an adolescent. You're figuring yourself out. So technically, shouldn't they just let you be yourself?
But the thing is that I'm finding that you're forgetting, for us, Ethan, is during our pre-adult stage sort of thing, like in our 20s, and there's been a generation of kids that have been born who aren't going through the same experiences necessarily that we went through at that age, and their teenage years were
overexposure, innit?
Yeah, completely overexposed.
With very different
different upbringing.
Very different. The internet is completely different.
Yeah.
And the accessibility to that and things on that is insane.
I mean, we grew up when it sort of first, wouldn't say first come out, but it was
pretty much like MySpace.
When it became popular,
MySpace was the first real thing where you started adding your friends type thing.
Yeah, and interacting with people online.
Yeah, posting up
Was
pictures.
it MSN?
MSN's talking more than anything though. But so you do have the talking of MSN, but with talking on MSN, it's kind of just, your direct friends. But now there's a bit of I'd say, I don't know for sure, but if you're 14, 12, let's say 12 plus, 12 is too young personally, but 12 plus, where you're in your secondary school and everyone's like, oh, have you got Instagram? Have you got etc.?
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, I think the minimum age for these things is 13.
Yeah, but I've got blah 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 followers, and at that age you're super influenced by that.
Yeah,
thinking it's so important in your life.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, it's not even it's not even that age. It's even younger. It starts younger, even before
like
they get to secondary school, primary school,
7-8-year-olds.
Yeah, and then you've got the whole likes of, let's say a lot of the YouTube content when YouTube blew up, with people on there, kids opening toys, and they get jealous of what other people have, and they think that their whole life should be to that standard, having fresh new toys every day or every week or so. It's just gets a bit ridiculous, and it makes people feel inferior.
Well, it shows the wealth gap, innit, between so like just shows how broken society is at the moment. Nice and I'm getting tired because I'm getting depressed at what we're talking about.
I mean, I was just gonna say I will use Instagram as the most. There's obviously TikTok for all these whatever videos and whatnot, but Instagram is a view of what people want as a perfect life, and you see other people's, in quotations, perfect life. It makes you want it and think, why can't I have that?
Yeah. But there's a lot of people have been found out to be faking it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I believe a lot of the pictures are incredibly fake.
Yeah, I find there was one guy who actually made a lot of money of helping people fake it by he made a room that looked like the cockpit of a private jet.
Oh wow!
And he was hiring it out to people to come and take pictures, and he'd give it to them for maybe half an hour and charge them a couple £100 a time.
That's so mad.
But it's very clever.
It is very clever.
It's very clever.
It is very clever. Wow, I never thought of that. That's insane.
I'm just gonna go hang myself.
Oh my god, that is insane. I'd never thought of that, and that has just blown my mind.
Yeah,
literally. I guess I don't know. People may want the outside view of the plane.
Yeah, but
you could potentially get away with not having it. But that's mad.
Yeah, you don't need, and even if you have an outside view, what are you going to do? Put clouds? Picture
no,
of clouds?
Sorry, I meant a view of the
Windows
plane itself
background.
from the outside. When you're getting on the plane.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, look at me getting on my... No, they do. People take videos of them getting onto their private jet.
Yeah.
At least that's real.
Or people recently have been doing videos of themselves in first class or something.
Yeah.
Or business class.
There's potential that a lot of these people, what they might do is they literally could live in incredible debt hoping that they are going to make it.
Yeah, of course. It's like there's people that do the whole, is it the Amex Air Miles stuff?
I'm so done. What kind of algorithm in a bank gives a dickhead that kind of credit card? Multiple credit cards. Isn't there those algorithms in place to stop someone from getting many credit cards?
They've got to have good credit to begin with.
Either they know or someone they know knows how to get around it as well.
Yeah. Essentially a lot of it's a credit score thing anyway. They've got to have good credit to begin with.
And they can hire that person with a credit card.
Yeah.
Just ruining it for the rest of us. Well, I'm trying to get a loan, and I'm getting a loan that's worse than a freaking credit card, and it's well, the only reason why this is happening is because dickheads are faking it till they make it.
No, really, that shouldn't affect you. It just don't have bad credit.
It does. The market affects you, doesn't it?
Yeah, slightly.
I mean, when fraud keeps happening, then your insurance goes up, doesn't it? Or if loads of car accidents happen, your insurance goes up.
I think I've been rejected recently because my identity got stolen for a phone contract a little while ago. I haven't really had to make use of any kind of credit thing since that happened. I think I applied for something recently, and it just came back no, check on Experian or whatever. So I check on Experian and my score's perfect. So I don't know why it
might still be a mark on your credit.
Yeah, but why isn't it a mark on his credit card when some geezer has done something to him? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's the same thing that happened to me as well.
The mark that it might be is this guy has been frauded on. This might be more fraud happening right now, so they block it.
Yeah.
But they don't make it
But then
easy, or they don't contact. There's no way that they like contact me, or I can verify that it is me.
Yeah, they make it harder.
They're making it harder for them
for
to
fraud
copy
to
me.
happen. That makes sense.
But it stops me. It stops me and ruins my thing anyway.
Yeah, ruins his plans for what he's trying to do.
So what you lot are saying, let me bring it back to the children, yeah, and
Mm.
the parental guidance. So as soon as your child is born, credit card, whatever you can, any sort of thing, credit card, whatever,
Yeah.
just put stuff on their name.
I could do that now. I could make them a named
Credit
person
card
on my
is
card.
very good and important,
Mm.
but don't use it like a loan.
No.
If you use it like a loan,
No, you get
then you're going to screw yourself over.
Well, you guys know about
Or if you
I don't
know
feel-
you're using it as a loan, you use it as a loan with the intention that I will pay this back by this time.
Yeah, before
if you've got 12 months of no
6-month period.
No,
No,
if you've got 12 months of no
exactly.
interest, then you pay it back within 12 months. You say, okay, I'm getting a credit card to spend $4,000 on this, whatever it may be. Now I'm gonna have to pay $4,000 back over the 12 months of zero interest. That's this amount a month, and you pay that in.
Yeah, and then as soon as it's
more
done,
than that if you can.
and then as soon as it's done, get rid of it.
Yeah,
and see if they offer you another card with no interest.
I do the other way where I use my credit card basically like my debit card. So every month I pay it off by
mileage, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, I've got I get cash back, but I don't really get cash back.
That's where I'm not clever with mine. I don't get any benefits from mine. I just use it as is.
I need to get one with better benefits, but sometimes the benefits are really hard to make use of.
Mm.
Yeah. It's yeah, I don't know, man. Like I'm glad that in Sweden a credit rating isn't as important as it would be in London.
I bet you it is.
It is important. Obviously, it's good that you pay your bills on time and whatnot, but it is just your bills on time. Having a credit card doesn't actually help you that much. Apparently, I don't know. I'll have to find out.
I believe, I'm not 100% sure on this, and this depends on who you go through and how you go about it and blah, blah, blah. But having a credit card, using it and paying it off each month helps you to get a mortgage because it shows the bank that you can borrow money and pay it back. So that's obviously your credit score.
Yeah.
But they know, okay. But then also they can also therefore kind of see, this is how much he spends a month. This is his wages. Okay, he can afford to pay the mortgage every month as well.
Yeah. Yeah. No. In England, it is definitely like that, 100%.
Almost everywhere.
I just need to figure out what it is here. Just read up a little bit and then go from there.
Well, if you start applying for things and getting denied, then you know why.
Yeah. No, but remember, dude, you pay for a normal bank account in this country.
Yeah.
What do you mean you pay for a normal bank account?
So you pay for a normal bank account. It is 24 quid, I guess, 20 quid a year to have a bank account here.
Yeah.
I pay for my bank account here.
You can pay for a bank account here, but it gives you more benefits depending on what it's for.
Yeah, so I'm talking about non-beneficial. The benefits are you have a bank account, 20 quid, safe.
Yeah, that was going to be... yeah, but the reason why it's free is because our banks subsidize it already. They were planning to make accounts payable, which actually still might happen, to be honest. We're going into a recession now, so...
It's kind of weird. I don't know if I like it.
Anyway, let's get off this sad subject.
But over here, the banks make you have this thing called a bank ID, and without that bank ID, you can't do fuck all.
Well, like a national insurance number.
Mate, it's worse. That's even now. So you have the Persoon number, which is the personal number, which is something that you have to get the bank ID. To get a normal ID. Once you get the ID, then you have to go to the bank to get a bank account. Once you get a bank account, then you have to get a bank ID. Once you get a bank ID, then you're entitled to all the benefits and stuff of the country. It's a long thing.
It's a bank ID.
A bank ID is an identification document that is tied to your bank account and your personal number and your...
Is there only one bank or something?
No, there's a few of them, but yeah, they all run in the same system. It's
Seems,
incredible.
I mean, I don't know either way, but that sounds weird. Like, can you have more than one bank account or no?
I think you can.
Because
Yeah,
when you're saying bank ID, and that's how you can
mate. If you
basically
don't have,
be in the country, have the country or whatever. That
you
seems
can
like
like
you're
earn
linked to
money.
that one bank.
Kind of, yes, but I think you can have multiple banks as well. You can have this thing called a mobile ID as well, which you use through your mobile carrier. It's so different. Yeah, it's interesting. I want to see how it works. I can't really speak about it until I see how it is.
Sounds like tracking. You're gonna track everything you do and everywhere you go. Mobile ID.
Mate, it's fine. Let them do whatever they want.
So few
Good
people
luck.
there. There's only one person. Just
Ethan spent £75 on bread, even though they grow it and they make it in the ground.
Oh no! Now I mark it down. I said his name. God damn it!
Oh, wait, when did you?
Just
afterwards?
Now.
Yeah. It's killing me. You're actually killing me.
Yeah, you gotta make it funny, innit? Because I've got the good part of my week so far, of last week at least, was a milestone for Bob.
Yeah.
Other than assaulting people, he has also wiped his own backside, which was very good. He went to the toilet last week, and Nasa noticed that he was taking rather long time in there, so she went to go check to see if he was okay. And he said, "Mummy, I wiped my bum." And she went, "Did you?" Yeah. And she checked, and obviously his butt was clean, and there was toilet tissue in the toilet, so he obviously did. And he's done it a couple times as well since, which has been very good.
Decent. So he's proper wanting his independence in the potty times.
Correct amount of toilet roll or excessive?
That I don't know. I'm gonna guess excessive, but he's not. He's fairly sparing. Like even when he goes for number one, he takes one sheet to dab. And puts
Good man.
Good
man. One sheet does plenty.
Exactly.
I miss the 2000s. I miss the noise.
Of course.
I wondered if you were gonna say he said he wiped and then she checked and he did an okay job. He said he was clean, so okay.
No, he actually did okay, which I was very surprised with, especially for the first time. And we don't know where he got it from. We're guessing it's school, where they might have been talking about it, and then he's tried to do it at home. But I've seen a funny video of some kids getting taught how to do it at school. I think it's in China or something, and the teacher is sitting on a chair with 2 balloons taped to the back of the chair, and she gets the tissue and wipes it between the 2 balloons because obviously the balloons are so massive. It's like you've got a really massive arse and you're trying to wipe between your cheeks. But it's teaching the kids how to do it, and they were trying to do it as well. And if it works, it ain't stupid. So, as I said, if they were having this conversation with the kids,
hold on. If it works, it ain't stupid. I'm pretty sure there could be things that work.
I don't know if that saying works very well.
Yeah, I guess that saying doesn't work very well, but
again, I don't know.
But that saying does work, so it ain't stupid.
Yeah, the saying works, so it ain't stupid.
That's our title, baby. Let's go.
If it works, ain't stupid. Remember that.
Another interesting thing as well is which I don't know. I'm gonna ask now. Should I be worried that somebody who we've hired for our wedding, who is a mobile caterer, has only just passed his license, like driving license? So he's been a mobile caterer for many years, but has only just passed his driver's license.
Wait.
So, how the fuck was he getting around cooking food at people's houses?
Just going by bus.
Taking all the equipment, Bain Marie's and like the barbecues and everything. How was he doing that?
By bus.
Bearing in mind he's got like tents and stuff, like gazebos that he sets up.
By bus. So
One of
it's
them,
all by
like,
bus.
He's like mum
you
and
know,
dad drops
you
him
know
off.
they maybe someone else drops him off, or one of them carts. You pick up the handles from the side and you run. Just got one of them running around London.
Yeah.
Oi, tell a
Oh.
lie. I have seen an amazing bike with like a storage bit in the back, storage at the front.
What, push
So
bike?
yeah,
But he's
proper.
carrying
So yeah,
he's
push
carrying
bike.
gazebos and
I've seen actually. To be
Barbecue.
fair, I think
These things are big.
I've seen a push bike with a massive. There's two
got the
types.
trolleys on the front, right?
There's one that's got a massive, like, I wouldn't call it necessarily a basket, but it's like a wooden box on the front. That's a good. I don't know. I'm going to just say like 3 wheelbarrows worth.
I think I know what you mean. It's like a
of
trike, isn't it?
thing.
It's got 3
I
wheels.
wasn't talking about the trike one. There's a regular bike one
There's an Echo.
where we'll try me and Manny will try and not speak at the same time.
No, it's the opposite. If you don't speak at the same time, the echo happens.
No, if we speak at the same time, then this gets activated and picks up Manny.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
um,
Anyway, edit, cut. Back to
yeah, there's
bikes.
one with 2 wheels, and like I think the front wheel is steered by like a chain or something.
All right.
So you're sitting further back, and you've got the handles, and the front wheel turns based on the. I don't know if it's a chain or 2 bars. It might be 2 bars.
I was gonna say, do you reckon it'd be them reversed?
No, it's not. It's not reversed. It's definitely not reversed.
Really odd steering.
Have you seen that video of people trying to drive bikes with reverse wheel?
No,
People falling over all the
Nice.
time.
can imagine.
That does not sound fun.
I can't remember the reason for it. Anyway, and the other type is like a trike where you've got 2 wheels at the front
Yeah.
and a big box.
Yeah, when you said that, that's what I was thinking of, is the trike. But the amount of equipment he'd have to carry around, I really don't. He must have been getting dropped off. He must have been asking his mum and dad to drop him off places or something.
Had to be.
Yeah, he just randomly the other day.
Or he's just been pulling out that Ninja air fryer when he gets there.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Congratulations on the fryer, dude.
Yeah, thank you. Finally got one. I've made
It's only
3
taken-
meals with it so far.
We've been speaking for episode 5 now, so technically 5 weeks. It's taken you that long to get one, basically.
And I was looking before we started, so it was very hard to acquire, but finally got one.
It's because they've been bought by your caterer.
Yeah, exactly. Got loads of them.
It's got one of them, little the trolleys that fold up.
Yeah.
It's got one of them with 5 ninjas attached to it.
Yeah. Well, no, honestly, I just said, just seeing that picture of him, he looked so proud of himself, and I was just like, wow. It's like, what has he been doing the past couple of years just to get around? It baffles me.
One of them, wait, what? moments.
Yeah, exactly. But I thought he'd been driving for ages. I imagine, because I have not properly met him, so it was my dad who'd dealt with a lot of the conversations with him. So I'd always imagined, especially with his type of business, he'd already had a van and he'd been working for years, and like his gazebo he'd just have a van full of stuff. That's just how I thought it would be, but apparently not. But yeah, as I said, I was just wondering if I should be worried. I mean, I don't think I will. All the food looks good. I don't think if it's been on a bike for I don't even know where he's based as well. That's another thing that's fun.
Bro, if it works, it ain't
Exactly.
stupid.
If it works and the food looks nice, I'm happy. That's all.
If it works, it ain't stupid.
If it works,
Just
it ain't
bring
stupid.
it. Trying to bring it every time.
I'll say I'll say one last thing from me. I think you guys can say something else. But another hilarious thing was we found. Well, this is another thing of how disgusting kids can be. Well, I bet was we thought nobody was eating the apples in our house. Until Nassus the other day picked one up and found that there was teeth marks in one, and then another apple, there was a few mouthfuls bitten out of it, and then it was put back. And we found out that Bobette had been eating apples, but only having a few bites because she didn't want to eat a whole one. and then put it back instead of telling us that she'd eaten it.
She's intelligent.
Which,
Think about it.
which is funny until like you go and eat one, obviously, like the missus has, and then finds out that it's been half eaten and she can't take any of the apples to work. But
but you see her logic there, though, don't you? Like, oh, mum and dad put something in the fridge when they want to save it. Oh, I felt like
put it
this
back in the
apple. I don't
basket.
feel like it anymore, and then just put it back.
Well, I don't know if she was. I don't know if that was the logic. I don't know if she was trying to save it
that
for
must
later.
be.
I don't know.
No, but saving it for later, put it in the
put
fridge.
it back.
Yeah, but that's nice. Like, rather than her just putting it on the counter, obviously you just got to teach her to, if you are going to have an apple like that, you got to pull out a plate, get a knife, cut the apple in half, and then have it.
Yeah, but the other thing, it was multiple apples. So it's not like she'd taken a few bites out of one, saved it for later, and then picked up the same apple and then eaten that one too. It was different apples. She'd picked up like 3 or 4 different apples and taken bites out of them.
Bro, she's not a squirrel, yeah? She can't know exactly where she buried the apple. Do you know what I mean? Gonna dive into the fridge and get a new apple. Or get the apple that she thought it was going to be. And then she's pleasantly surprised. Oh, wow, look, it's a fresh apple. Wow. Okay,
Another thing is she's also started to like feeding people and like pretending that you're babies and stuff now. So her newest thing is she likes to pretend that her water bottle is a baby bottle and she wants to give you some water from her bottle, which is fine. But what you don't know now, and I'm going to tell you, kids backwash their water.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And usually I'm quite happy to do it, but this one time I didn't see how the state of the water was. And she decided to say, "Oh, Daddy, you're a baby. I'm going to give you your milk." I said, "Okay." And literally the water did look like milk. And I was just like, there's stuff floating in it, and you just sort of have to grin and sort of bear it. But a good technique is to try and stick your tongue in a little hole bit where the water comes out. So then you don't get any water in your mouth, especially the backwash. But it was absolutely, the state of that water was absolutely disgusting.
That's wild.
And it's just so bad. So bad. You've got all this to look forward to. When you go, Daddy, have some of my water, or the worst thing, when you're really thirsty and the closest thing you can grab is your child's water bottle, and it's got something floating in it.
Well, I won't be anymore. But dude, this segues into what I was gonna say with the picture I sent you. Lot. Can you not check the phone and check the picture?
Which
yeah, I think you sent. Was it?
You talking about the finances?
Finance spreadsheet, yeah.
Yeah, couldn't see what was on it because it was blurry.
Good. If you zoom in a little bit, you can see there is 2 people's work at work there. So it's a spreadsheet. There's, I don't know, 20 lines. It's color coded and everything. Yeah. And then you can see the neat lines of data that's been put in, and then you can see
what you did.
The green. Then you can see the green one. So what I'm trying to explain here now is I am with someone who is meticulous.
Yeah.
And I don't think my kid's gonna ever say to me, "Daddy, have a drink of this dirty water."
Oh yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure he's gonna. I'm pretty sure he's gonna know exactly what germs are at the tender old age of 6 months.
That kid's gonna be that kid is gonna be the absolute opposite of what you think it's gonna be. That kid's gonna be eating dirt and offering you some at the same time.
You gotta have a mud and worm pie.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a worm pie, to be honest.
Yeah. But Daddy, look, I made floor bread.
Oh my God, he keeps looking at that.
The same joke. It's gonna get reused over and over again.
Yeah, it's true. No, but my segue was terrible. Just gotta say.
Yeah, but what are we looking at? Well, I don't understand. What is that? How much it's gonna cost?
It is our finances. So mine is obviously the green one with all the numbers everywhere.
Yeah, so you got the most money.
No, it's just I spend the most money.
You spend the most money.
I haven't looked in full detail. There seems to be there's There's a column missing.
What's that? What column's missing?
Games bought but not played.
Oh, that's spell. So spiel.
It's just under spend. Because he's
Spiel.
just spent the money.
So
Not
it's
money
above
used.
shopping.
Oh, I
above
see. I
shopping
see. So you've hidden it.
Spiel.
You've hidden it from the missus.
No, she can see it there as well.
Or she can see spiel.
Yeah, she can see all of it.
Yeah. But
I
you've
actually
hidden it
taught her
under a
how
different title.
No.
What does spiel mean?
Spiel means games.
Oh, does it actually?
Yeah,
So you haven't hidden it. You
So
just...
you have got a column.
There is no man. I'm like, if I'm gonna sink my ship, people are gonna see that it's sinking.
Yeah.
if you're gonna sink, if your ship's gonna sink, you're gonna be the one that caused it.
That's what I was supposed to say. Yeah, damn. I'm not good words, me.
As long as you're the captain as well.
I'm not the captain. It's someone else's boat, bruv.
Oh, I've just been shown the picture of passing my test.
Yeah, I just showed him the picture of the caterer who's just passed his test 5 days ago.
God. That's good. Mobile data. To be honest, you can't really. I used to go cash and carry and whatnot, innit? Without a driving license, so.
That's true. You had reliable people taking
Yeah, but you weren't called a mobile cash and carry.
He was in a mobile shop.
Mobile shop. Yeah. Although I did say that you should have done that, but it wouldn't have worked out really.
Well, with the way that Uber is now, you could technically do that, and you do your own deliveries, like the Uber Eats stuff or the
you need a driver or a slave driver or a moped driver or whatever though.
Yeah, you just have a garage full of stuff.
Excuse me. I did it once or one time, but I had it throughout the whole of COVID, like signs and leaflets.
Yeah.
Only one person ever ordered to their house, and it was so not worth it.
That's because it wasn't a thing when you done it. It had just the grocery section of it had just started. A lot more people now, I think, buy their groceries.
It's also you're saying signs and leaflets like what they called you up and then you bought it around.
Yeah,
they ain't gonna do that.
No, with Uber, obviously
it's too much effort, innit? It's too much effort to fucking.
They're gonna be like, oh, have you got this? And then you go, let me check.
Yeah.
No, I haven't got it in stock. No. Okay, have you got this one instead? Oh, let me check.
No, I haven't got that in stock.
Okay, yeah, I've got that one in stock. Actually, no, I don't want that one.
Yeah, how many do you want? I want 4. I've only got 2.
It was kind of more for existing customers, but I know what you meant. But it's still valid. No, but your point is very valid.
Yeah.
Like very.
Literally, the comparison to an app is, I go, oh, I want chocolate, bang. I want this, bang, and I've got the list ready to
And it's live.
And
it's live updated as well. And anything that you do buy that they don't have, you don't. Even though you order it, you don't necessarily get charged for it, which I think is quite clever. They've managed to do, because I remember we had a few times where we've ordered groceries because I think they gave us like a voucher of like 50% off.
Right, Uber, they earn enough money on the percentage that they take from other people to offer out
to promote it enough.
Things. And what they'll usually do, so I get a lot of emails that say I get discount on groceries, but because I don't order groceries off Uber, that's why I get the discounts on them.
Yeah,
they offer features that you're not using with discount to try and get you to start.
Well, I haven't used them for a long time in general anyway.
Can we change the name of this one to financial advice and business practices?
That was the last 10 minutes of the thing, but you can if you want. It's only been the subject for the last 10 minutes.
Oh damn, we're up to 55 minutes already.
Yeah, I've been talking a lot today.
Right, man. I think we should keep the talking a lot about kids. Try and cut the rest. In my opinion.
It's a bit of life as well as kids, isn't
it? Yeah. There's only so much talking that you can do in it.
You got any last things, Ethan, before we cut this one off? My voice, it sounds like it's going to be really bad in this one. I'm getting annoyed.
Yeah, it's.
I was trying to sneakily mess with the settings while I did it, which is not a good idea to do.
You keep coming out through Manny's headset on Discord.
Oh no, that's fine. It's not recording his headset.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fantastic.
The headset's
Yeah,
not
it'll be
recording.
clean that way. He's just
Then
using
it'll
the
be
headset
fine.
to speak to you and hear you.
Oh my god, then I could have done this and all of my disorientation would have been completely done.
Yeah, pretty much. What did you mute me?
I can't mute any of it. No, man, I don't think I have anything to add. I'm just calm at the moment.
That's good. That's actually a good thing.
Yeah.
Rare.
No, can't complain. So everything is good. Life is
Mate,
okay.
if it ain't stupid, it works.
Exactly.
So wait, if it is stupid and it works, it's fine.
If it looks stupid or if it's stupid and it works, it's fine. Exactly. That should be what this week's podcast should be called.
I've just been getting messages from the data.
Nice. God, this food looks nice.
She said, "You're not talking to me." I said, "I'm doing a podcast."
Yeah, I'm looking at this geezer's food.
Phone.
Looking at this geezer's food now. I'm looking through the Facebook.
I think end
Facebook channel.
recording.
Yeah.
Why?
All right.
So
Thanks
nice.
for listening to this one. I have to listen to it back to understand what went on. But if you can follow, like, subscribe, etc., and leave, did I say comment? I don't know what I'm doing. Cheers.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.